What's going on, everybody? Zach and JR here with Extreme Outfitters. And if you didn't know, Outdoor Life just named the PSE Mach 30 the bow of the year. We've got our Mach 30s in early, and as soon as we shot these things, we fell in love with them, right? There's been a lot of really great bows for 2024. You know, I think the bow that everybody's been talking about has been the Matthews Lift, but I think there's a lot of people have really overlooked some of the other bows this year, and one of them being PSE's Carbon Mach 30.
Absolutely.
Like I said, we both got one, and right out of the gate fell in love with it whenever our rep brought it in for us to test shoot.
Right.
Just something about the bow just felt really, really good, especially for a shorter axle-to-axle bow. JR's got one here in the Cryptek. I've got mine here in the Charcoal. What are your thoughts on the Mach 30, JR? What made it special in your opinion?
So, I mean, there's a lot of aspects that really drew me to it. First off, I mean, the aesthetics of it, especially my bow, I love the look of that Cryptek that they brought out. It's phenomenal looking. I love the accents that they put on there with the cam and the limb pocket, adding that bronzing to it. It just looks phenomenal. So, I mean, that right there in itself can influence people on their decision making.
Right, and
so,
not everybody agrees that it's a good looking bow.
Right.
We've seen a lot of comments that it's the ugliest bow,
right.
And that's very, everyone's opinion varies what they consider a aesthetically pleasing looking bow.
Yeah.
But I agree, I think the Mach 30, I think the lines on it are really good. It flows really, really well. And then again, it being a carbon bow, it's extremely lightweight, right, which isn't always good for everybody. A light bow doesn't always shoot well.
Correct.
But this Mach 30 does.
Yeah, I don't know what they did at the factory, but you know, it just must be a combination of their pivot points and everything that they've designed into that riser and the limb deflection on it. I mean, it does have a lot more reflex when you're drawing back, so those limbs do move quite a bit. But I mean, yeah, just the initial shooting experience. The EC2 cam, it's been out for, I think, 2 years now. Mm-hmm. It's basically just the Evolve cam. They just redesigned it. That's been over 2 years now. It's just such a smooth and pleasant draw cycle on that bow. And then even the after shot, after post shot, there's nothing there. It's just super dead.
Which is pretty surprising, because typically with a carbon bow you get a little bit more feedback through it, but the PSE Mach 30 is very dead in the hand after the shot. And then too, with that EC2 cam, you're still getting really, really good speeds.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like this bow's putting up incredible speeds. I mean, the Levitate was a fast bow. It was their 32-inch carbon bow. And when they came out with the Mach 30 with the EC2 cam, you know, mine set up at 28.5 inches with, I believe, a 450 grainish arrow, and I'm getting right at 285 feet per second, which is good, right? You're shooting 30 inches.
So I'm 30 inches. My arrows are the same right now. They're set up about a 450 grain arrow, and I'm getting right at 300 feet per second out of it.
So you're getting really good speeds. The bow is incredibly stable. Yeah. Like when we took our bows out and we were shooting some content, it's been a few months back, we were all out shooting, and just shooting distance with this bow, you know, you expect a little bit shorter platform to be a little bit more, you know, torquey or a little bit more difficult to shoot at distance, but this bow, no problem. Right? Easy, it holds really, really well at full draw. It's very easy to aim this bow, and it almost shoots like a longer axle-to-axle bow. Yeah,
it's insane. So the engineers at PSE did a phenomenal job on producing this bow, so I'm excited to see what they're going to come out with for 2025.
As am I. And again, the grip, I personally like the grip itself, just the bare riser. It's very, to me, I like something pretty low profile. It's very repeatable. It's easy to get that same grip every time, and it doesn't roll in my hand at all. So whenever I come back at full draw and I look up at that string and cam, it's in line very consistently. The Levitate for me was a little bit more of a torquey bow.
I noticed that for me too on mine.
You had to be very conscious of your grip and the strings and cams at full draw. If not, you get a little bit of a weird arrow flight, or you notice it more through paper, you get a weird tear one way or the other. But with the Mach 30, there isn't that problem.
Right. Yeah, I noticed that too. And I love the ARCHERY grip from Knock On that they collaborated with. I've been running those ever since the Levitate came out, and they introduced that grip. So I personally like that a little bit better. It gives me a little bit more meat to hold on to, and with the texturing on there, because I don't have the texturing like the charcoal risers
Right.
do. They have that little bit of a texture to it. That just gives me a little bit better feel of the grip, so I like that a little bit better.
Yeah, that makes sense. And two, so with the Mach 30s, now you have the pick mounting system on the front of the riser. So as you can see, we've got pick mounted sights on here, which again keeps everything nice and in line. And then on the rear of the riser, you've got so you can run your integrated rest.
Right.
So like all the bows moving forward, you've got those features, which makes it really nice. So this is a very streamlined platform with everything in line. So, you know, you don't have anything, you know, as far as the weight goes, one way or the other. Right. You don't have anything hanging off the bow. Your quiver fits nice and tight, almost too tight.
Yes, it does.
You have to be conscious of that. You know, whenever you mount your quiver, that your limbs don't actually bump the hood of the quiver. But yeah, great bow, man. I think, like I said, there's a lot of really great bows this year. And the talk of every bow has been the Matthews Lift, but people forget that there's some other really great options out there. And Outdoor Life, I think, brought that to light with PSE kind of taking the 2024 bow of the year.
Yeah, and PSE won that in 22 when the Levitate came out.
So PSE's on to something with their carbon bows.
They are.
They shoot really, really well. And the thing about them, too, is the speeds that they put up. They are consistently putting up good speeds from pretty much across the board. The Levitate was incredibly fast.
It was.
The Mach 30 is, again, putting up really good speeds. And what's surprising to me, too, is with that longer draw length, 30 inches, you know, you max that cam out, you still shoot that bow really, really well. The string angle isn't too much.
Yeah, it's close. Like it's really close being too much of a string angle, but I make it work pretty good.
Yeah, it looks good on you. Shoots really, really well. We've had a lot of good feedback from him, from all the guys that have picked him up from us this year, Brian being one of them.
Yep.
You know, he upgraded from his Hoyt. What did he have?
He's got the Z1S, so their speed bow, and then he had a Martin before that, I think.
Right, and then he's gone to the Mach 30, and he shoots it phenomenally as well. He's really enjoyed shooting it, shoots it really, really well. I think everyone that's kind of picked him up has been impressed with them.
Yes.
So the price point on them is just that, it's a carbon bow. So, you know, premium. The cool thing about the PSE carbon bows, though, is they're all made here in the U.S.
Yep.
So the quality control is really good on them. Customer service from PSE has been great, as always.
Phenomenal.
As far as like putting out a good quality product. And then again, one of the things that we didn't talk about yet is the shim system. You know, the Easy 220 shim system is not new, but it's integrated into all their bows now. So when it comes to tuning the bows, easy.
Yep.
Incredibly easy. You want to move the cam one way or the other, you change out those shims, you literally press the bow just enough to take tension off and pop those shims in and out, and you can shim that cam one way or the other, you know, within minutes.
Oh yeah, super easy. So. It has been one of my more enjoyable bows to tune.
So if you enjoy working on your own stuff, the Easy 220 system from PSE makes it a breeze. So, and PSE's come out with some new accessories too. They've got their new stabilizers, which we should have in, and then they've also got their quivers, which we will have in very soon as well. I think they are, is it a two-piece?
So there's a couple different options. There's a two-piece, and then there's also a one-piece detachable, like we have on.
So you got plenty of options. So if you're looking for a new bow, I highly suggest you go, if you have the ability, go shoot a Mach 30 and see what you think about it. You know, it won 2024 Bow of the Year. That doesn't necessarily mean it's the right bow for you, right?
Correct.
So there's a lot of things that go into when they do all the testing. They put all these bows up against each other. There's just a ton of great options. So is there one bow that is the best bow? Absolutely not. I think there's, like we said, a lot of really great options. And one of the things we encourage you to do is go shoot all the different bows. All the flagship bows now they have something special that they offer. And we say that all the time, right? There's a lot of great options out there. And it's the best bow, it comes down to what fits you best. What are you most comfortable with?
Right.
So kind of curious, what do you guys think about Outdoors Life naming PSE Mach 30 the bow of the year? Let us know in the comments. What bow is, you know, what's your bow of the year?
Right.
What do you think, JR? Mach 30 for you?
I can't
Lift.
say. I can't say. They're all good.
They are all good. So if you have the ability, go in, head to your local shop, shoot all the bows. If you're here local, we're here in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Stop in. We've got all the bows in stock, so you can come through and shoot every single one and see what bow fits you best.
Yep. Can't say anything better myself.
Yeah, so a lot of great options this year, guys. As always, we appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, drop a comment, let us know what your thoughts are, and head over to the website, extremeoutfitters.com, for all of your archery needs. Don't forget, sign up for our newsletter. We have some killer deals. If you're looking for products and looking to get them at a steal, we kick out newsletters weekly, sometimes daily. So head over to the website, extremeoutfitters.com. And as always, we appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.